Philip, there's obviously always going to be something you think you can do better, but from your perspective, was this the most complete game for the offense tonight?
Well, in a lot of ways, yes, it was. We got to finish those drives in the end zone. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. A fourth down. Sorry if you can't hear me. The field crew is getting going. The fourth down we get stopped. 2 fourth downs we get stopped, and then obviously the third down scenario down there, the incompletion to Jordan, that we get a field goal. So we just got to finish with touchdowns. That's going to be, at least that's my initial takeaway from tonight offensively. Other than that, we were very efficient and didn't punt it until the end, and we threw it well and ran it well. Everybody contributed. The guys up front played great. So I think the biggest thing is getting touchdowns down there in the red area. That'll be the biggest thing we can clean up.
Zach Kiefer.
Phil, you've played with a lot of great running backs in your time. Did you see a night like this coming from Nyheim Hines? Have you seen his skill set translate to that kind of performance?
Well, I think the thing with Nyheim, the thing with guys like him that I've been around in the past is they quickly get labeled a scat back and a receiver. And this guy's a runner. He can run between the tackles. And he also is a heck of a receiver. So, he's an explosive player, and he's a great, our backs all complement one another, the change of pace. And it's just a different dynamic when you have to defend all 3 of those running backs with our line and tight ends and receivers blocking.
Joel Erickson.
Philip, what do you think the no huddle did for you guys tonight?
Well, I think it just kept the pressure on. I just think it kept the pace moving. And, that's one thing, Frank and I have been together before and done that and had some success, getting in and out of some plays. He's been calling them great all year, but there wasn't a lot of checking that I had to do today. I mean, he was just, we were in a good flow, and it's interesting off a short week, but I felt so in sync and so well prepared this week with the amount of focus we had in the walkthroughs, the amount of time we spent in the meetings. The dialogue was just dialed in. I mean, we had a walkthrough today that went about 40 minutes, which is probably longer than normal on a game day, but it just felt like we were dialed in and ready to go. So this performance from our team doesn't surprise any of us. But as we know, and as you always hear me say, it's a week-to-week league. So we can enjoy it for a little bit, get this mini bye, and then we got the Green Bay Packers coming to our place. So this is just this was a big win, but we know there's a long way to go.
All right, we'll go 2 more. Mike Chappell.
It's always been talked you can't ride the wave, and it is 1-0 and all that. Won't you allow yourself in the next few days to realize that this was more than 1-0 with all on the line, Titans, the division, or not?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think this is nice because we don't have to go start back to work on the Green Bay Packers on Tuesday as it would be a Sunday game. You can enjoy it a little bit, but I still think that mindset has got to be all right. We don't go take care of, you got to keep going because we will, unless we continue to get better and continue to find ways to win football games, we'll look back at this one on November 12th and say, that was a cool game, but it didn't matter. So we got to keep stacking them. But yes, this one was huge. This one was a huge game. We knew it. It was going to be huge either way, but coming off of last week's game, not finding a way to beat the Ravens, it was even bigger. And we'll see them again in 16, 17 days. But first, we get to regroup and get ready for the Packers.
All right, last one, Jim Aiello.
Hey, Philip. Michael looked like he was, obviously had his best game as a rookie. What stood out to you today about the way he played? And did it surprise you? Or, I'm sorry, did it take a little while to develop chemistry with him just because you guys didn't have a preseason?
Well, I really felt like, and I lose track of what games were which. It probably wasn't Minnesota. Maybe it was the Jets. One of those games, he was really coming alive. The game that he got hurt in, whichever one that was. Y'all help me out. But the one he got hurt in, he was really coming on strong. And then, he has a little setback with the injury. So I think it's just a little more of that, him coming back, and now it's getting back in the flow, having been hurt. And I feel like the game's slowing down a little bit for him. Not that it's certainly not too big for him. I knew that from day one. But just, today he was just playing fast. I mean, you see him catch that shallow and turn the corner, had some other big physical catches. It was definitely a heck of a game by him. All the guys. I mean, everybody's involved every week. That's something we always talk about. I think the more we can continue to spread it around, the more there's no tendency of, they throw it to him, they throw it to him. No, we throw it to everybody. And the objective is to try to throw it to who's open within our progression. And the way our guys protect is unbelievable. And, y'all can tell I'm pretty excited. This was a huge win. I knew this was big. And, again, we'll enjoy it for a little bit, then regroup and get ready for the Green Bay Packers back at our place.